All right. Good evening. I'd like to call the regular scheduled Planning Commission meeting Monday, May 20th, 7 p.m. Roll call, please.
Singler.
Here.
Bayene. Howard.
Here.
Gonzalez.
Here.
Young.
Here.
Okay. Would we all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right. Moving on to citizens' time. Does anybody in the audience would like to come to the podium to speak that does not have an application? All right, closing citizens' time. Next on the agenda, minute approval. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes for March 18th?
So moved.
Okay, do I have a second?
I have second.
All right. Minutes have been approved. All in favor say aye.
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 All right. Moving on, agenda item number 1, public hearing for comprehensive amendment.
Yes, so the next two items are public hearings for an amendment to the comprehensive plan describing within the language of the plan what counts as a historic resource to match the zoning ordinance. Additionally, the next public hearing is for zoning text amendment, ensuring that there's proper footnotes, cross-referencing plat notation to meet Chesapeake Bay Preservation Act requirements. I believe it's the commission chair's turn to open the public hearing, correct? Because today we're not voting on any items, it's just public hearing for citizen comment.
So page 7, those are the, yep, and
Yes,
the
correct.
highlighted is the new updated.
Yes.
I think it looks a lot cleaner, a lot better. Any thoughts?
Yeah, that helps with what we discussed last time about it being a constant rolling thing if it's 50 years or older versus a date that can be updated at a later time.
Right. Looks good to me as well.
So we don't vote on anything, or, okay.
You as chair, I believe, open the public hearing and then close it for each item.
Okay. All right, I'd like to open the public hearing for comprehensive plan amendment.
Resolution 2024.
Resolution 2024. Okay, resolution 2024-004. I have to read all that?
No one's here.
Okay. All right, since there's no objections, we will close public hearing for comprehensive plan amendment. Okay. All right, moving on to agenda item 2, public hearing for zoning text amendment.
Before we go to that one, if Commissioner Gonzalez has something.
Just a quick question
Yes.
on the draft resolution. Will it be updated because currently it includes a future date of July 1st for the town council? That will be corrected and rectified
Yes,
when it's time to
correct.
vote. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
All right, anything else before we move on to?
Before the next one, there's two more things, right? Two more resolutions, or one more resolution, 005. You just
Two resolutions for the zoning text amendment, an ordinance and a resolution.
Good. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so I'd like to open up the public hearing for zoning text amendment. Okay, no objections. I will therefore close the public hearing for the zoning text amendment. For resolution number 2024-004. Okay. All right, that concludes the agenda items today.
Sorry, Mr. Chair, one other question on this resolution 2024-005.
Yes.
I know there are 2 pages of the resolution, the actual text of the resolution to be made. Those will also be updated and verified before.
Yes, correct. The
before
dates will be
vote.
updated and verified prior to adoption by council.
Okay, and one other question I had, and I understand this is posterior, but in our previous meeting, I know it's on this particular resolution, the actual text of it and what was highlighted, it included the 58-22.23 section and highlighted. What I noticed in this text here today, it includes a text from section 58-3.7, B and C, and then it has 15 and 16, which I wasn't sure what that was referring to, and I know that was different from what
Yes.
had been in March, so clarification would be appreciated.
Yes, definitely. And I believe in our discussion 2 months ago, when we brought these items to commission, there was note of making sure there's a cross-reference in section 3 as well, where the same plat notation is. That way, any developer or applicant will know that the subdivision ordinance and the general plat requirements are necessary in all cases. The reason I noted just items 15 and 16 is that the additional footnote will just be at the bottom of the list of requirements. I can also alter the format of that to make it more clean when it's brought to the council in the future.
But yes, that would be appreciated, because again, where it's 58-3.7 B and C, that 15 and 16, is that in the list in that particular section of 58?
Yes, those items are both included in section B and C.
Okay.
As preliminary and final plat requirements, I can make sure to clarify that, saying this is plat notation for both, there's a footnote for both.
Right, okay, and that makes sense because
makes more
again,
sense, yes.
the first 2, I mean, with the preliminary and final plat requirements, those are fine. I was just a little bit unclear on this last part, cross to the other section, which would, again, be hand in hand.
Yes.
So clarification is appreciated.
Yes,
So that's
I'll
streamlined.
clean that up for when it's brought to council as well.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Moving on to old business. Thomas, any updates?
Aside from what we've just discussed, any comprehensive or zoning text amendments as we go along will be brought to you. We're still working on updates to the zoning land use map that will bring to the commission. Disclaimer as well for the commission, if you have any comments or like to discuss any of those edits with me outside of these meetings, that's perfectly acceptable as well. That's all the old business I have.
Just a small question, if I may, in the old
Yes.
business section. I know previously we'd spoken of perhaps for the comprehensive plan, having perhaps an outside consultant to assist with that. And I know we also have spoken on perhaps having a parking consultant look into parking. Do you have any updates on those 2 items?
Currently, as we're going through some more site plan reviews and other items, we're waiting to see how we want to time adding the consultant. It's also budget season for the council, so once that budget is passed, I can provide a better update for the commission. And as for the parking requirements, similar, we just need to find what's in the budget for that, and I will update the commission on that.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions about old business? Okay, closing old business, moving on to new business, Thomas.
Yes, so 2 items for new business for the commission to be on the lookout for. In discussion with Greenway Engineering and the developer for the Blight Drive townhomes, the 11 townhomes that we built near QBE building
Yes.
along Blight Drive, we have enforced the zoning ordinance requiring them to install a sidewalk as part of the site plan. Any other outstanding concerns we've had with them have been resolved, and we should be looking for a final site plan submission very soon that we can bring to the commission. Additionally, I'd brought up in the past that we've been reviewing a special use permit application from Chick-fil-A to create a second drive-through bypass lane. Currently, we've been reviewing and commenting back and forth with Chick-fil-A on that. We look to bring that to commission in the next couple months as well.
All right, Architecture Review Board updates. We did not have a meeting this past week, so Thomas, what's the update on the park? Anything?
Mainly with the park, I believe the RFP has gone out. Yes. So comments from the board were included in that RFP as part of the language
Okay.
for demolition, RFP for demolition.
Yeah, I believe that all the applicants in the last meeting were approved from office. Okay. All right. Town council updates, do you have any?
Aside from budget discussions, that's the main item. I believe the council voted on it last meeting, or are they voting on it this next meeting to pass it? Hopefully next month, council will vote to pass the budget. There have been a lot of discussions in terms of allocation, prioritization of funds. Otherwise, do you have an update? Yes, trash contract has been awarded to American.
All right. Does anybody have anything else?
And one other question on the budget discussions, just for the benefit of the council, or the planning commission here, is there discussion on the current CIP, or the capital improvements
Yes, so
program?
main priorities for capital improvements plan, one is spend the surplus that we've had from other resources, so we're doing the interior of town hall, the like. Priority list, number one will be the town center site plan afterward. And I can update the commission as well with the priority list in the future meeting.
Thank you.
Anybody have anything else? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn the planning commission.
Have a second?
I have second.
All right. We are adjourned. Thanks.